Hello and welcome back to ETC, explaining the collection. And today I kind of have a curveball because I was going to continue with just my Halo Reach Jazzwares figures, but I ended up getting this in the mail today. And this is the McFarlane Supergirl from the new movie that's coming out. And so I've just figured, why not do a unboxing slash little first impressions review of this? So yeah, gonna get this out and let's take a look. All right, and here it is out of the shipping packaging, and I'm not gonna lie, I honestly feel like it looks way better in person than on images and videos and whatnot. And I felt that way about the David Cornsweat version too. Is that, I don't know, I feel like these are just figures that you have to see in hand rather than just looking at online images to like really decide whether or not you really think it's worth buying. But I ended up getting this version, which is the Supergirl and Puppy Crypto, primarily just for the cloth cape. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't really care for the sword accessory, nor do I really care about the Puppy Crypto, even though it is cute. I mainly just got this for the cloth cape because I do prefer the cloth capes with these McFarlane figures. But I do like how she looks. But this is the front. As you can see, she comes with the extra faceplate. You see her card back there, the flight hands versus the mix matched hands that she comes with. She also has like a base back there, per usual with McFarlane. This is this side. Yeah, I honestly really like how this looks. Like, this is a cool little spine for the box art. I also like the Superman version as well. I don't think I have the Superman version out right now, but I do really like how they did this. And then of course you have the card on the back. Cool little artwork. But I pre-ordered this from McFarlane directly from their website, which McFarlane has a lot of controversy with these figures and how they make them, which I understand, even though I'm not the biggest purchaser or a consumer of McFarlane products. I only just really get figures here and there that I like. But I will say that their shipping is top notch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, at least for me personally, I feel like McFarlane shipping is top notch. Like, when they ship your stuff out, you're gonna get it quick. Because everything I've ever pre-ordered from them or bought from them, like, it arrives super quick. Like, these were supposed to ship initially, I think like around the same time as the movie, which was like what, June, July? But we're in May and I already got this. They already shipped it out, so yeah. But anyway, enough of me rambling. Let's get her opened up. What? The box, I mean. So here we have Supergirl with everything out of the box. You see we have Supergirl herself in the flesh. And then she has the flight hands, the sword, the separate faceplate, and little baby Crypto. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said before, I definitely think that this figure does look better in person, at least in my opinion. I feel like the online images might not do it justice, as I do honestly really like how she looks. Now for height wise, if you're familiar with McFarlane, you should know they're more of like the 7-inch scale. And this is where she is, just above 6 inches by like a head or two. And let me see if I can get my David Cornsweat, so we'll see her standing next to him so you can see the size. All right, so here we have her next to the David Cornsweat Superman. As you can see, he's a bit of a head, barely like half a head taller than her. But yeah, they look pretty good side by side. And as you can see, the reds on her are a little bit brighter than the David Cornsweat red. Like, his are a little deeper, where hers are more vibrant. But yeah, the blue also looks different solely because I repainted the David Cornsweat Superman. His blue was also the same, like, true deeper blue that hers is. I just repainted it to be a little bit more of a lighter blue because I just preferred that look, which I might also do to her as well. But yeah, This is how they look next to each other. Pretty good, pretty good. So I will say one thing I did notice is that for her, they did add texture to the S symbol on her chest. I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there is some texturing there, which is pretty cool, because on the David Corn Sweat version, they didn't add that. Whereas his suit also had that texturing as well. So that's just a little minor thing, just for my observant eyes, I guess. But here is Crypto next to Baby Crypto. Size difference between these two. And yeah, another thing I noticed is that she does not have any toe articulation, whereas the David Cornsweat version does come with that. I'm pretty sure all versions of him come with that, but she does not have that. I don't know if that'll really affect posing too much or not for her, but that is something to keep in mind. Now for articulation, the head, she can only look up that far, which is due to the hair being just, well, it's not hard plastic, but still, it just limits her movement. Looking down, she can look down this far, which isn't bad, honestly. I'm not complaining about it. But yeah, that's the momentum on that. Arms, full 360. Can bend her arm this far in. Full, of course, a 360 rotator on the hands. Pull her wrist in that far. And then she has this bicep cut, so you can just twist that if you don't want to twist the entire thing. She also has this little cut right here, so you can, flex. It's not too much range, but it's there. Next, she has, of course, the torso cut, so you can twist both of the abdomen and the torso on separate pieces, so both of them individually twist. The upper one, you have to really put some muscle to get this one to twist, but it does turn. And then of course you got this, which has free range pretty much. And then you have turning around the cape, which, like I said, I got the cloth cape. So pretty much just, it looks a bit, there it is. Just can mess around with that with however you want to have her posed up with the cape, flowing in the wind, or just crinkling up the cape for whatever reason. Just, yeah. Main reason why I got this figure with that. So that's fun. As for legs, you can lift her leg up that far. Knees can bend all the way. Pretty nice, pretty nice. The skirt is a slightly harder plastic, not too hard. And that's why she's able to get a lot of range with the legs still, which is nice. And then of course you just have the rotating ankle, which you can turn it like this and like this, but no foot swivel. All around, I think that the articulation on this figure is pretty good. Like, I mean, I'm not some crazy super posing obsessed type of person, so I don't really care about certain limitations as much as other people might. But for what it is, I do think that you can get a pretty decent amount of poses off of her. I do think that they did a good job with that. Now, as for swapping out parts and pieces, it should come as no surprise, as if you're somebody that collects action figures. Hands, just take them off, put in the flight hands. Focus up. Now for the head, now that's where this is a first for me. Because like I said, I don't really collect these McFarlane figures. So swapping out this headpiece, I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to take the head off completely or just the hair. Like if she just has like a wig, I just take it off. There you see. Okay, so that is how you do it. You just take the hair off, you just scalp Supergirl, pretty much, and you just lodge the hairpiece onto the other head. And there you go. I wonder if this is interchangeable with the other Supergirl figures, honestly, because I do know that they come with different hair pieces, but I just want to know if like you could just swap out the hair essentially between them. Not that I think that I would get them just for that purpose, but I'm just curious to know. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Honestly, I really do like the likeness to Millie Alcock. I think that they did a pretty decent job. That was another thing that I feel like, once again, like in person versus just images online just doesn't do it the full justice of. Because I feel like in person, the likeness looks way better. Or it might just be dependent on the figure. Because I do think that the likeness to her on this figure is pretty decent. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this little unboxing review. All around, I think that this is a pretty decent figure, especially for Supergirl. Yeah. Now, I might repaint this to match my David Corn Sweat Superman. But as you can see, the blues don't really match due to me repainting the David. So I might just repaint her blue to match his. And that'll be pretty much it. The only real change that I'll make to the figure. But yeah, thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that in real time. Like me just make a video of me repainting her essentially. If not, then I'll see you guys in the next one, which unfortunately, once again, will not be the Halo Reach figures, as I also got another package that I was waiting on, and so I'm gonna unbox and look at that as well. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I will see you guys in the next one.